Hi Mike, I'm doing the service checks on your flip edger and there are a number of things I'd like to show you. So this is the edger. I'm going to take the camera and show you around the items I need you to see. So I've made a list. We've got the dust tube and the O-rings worn. Let's see if I can show you. Can you see that little bit of movement? I know it doesn't look like much. Now that happens because of two things. Firstly, the dust tube that goes inside the casting is worn, and secondly, the O-rings that are set into the casting are worn. Typically the two symptoms that you may have noticed that arise from this, you'll get occasional spits of dust coming out of the side, the gap. Now this can go in your face and you'll notice that. Our technicians have noticed it on theirs, but worse than that, the dust that comes out of this gap can end up getting sucked into this area of the motor, onto the commutator, in between the brushes, and it wrecks that commutator. Now when that happens, you have to have the motor rewound, which is over 400 quid. So by far the best thing to do is to keep this joint well serviced. I will do you a written quote of the various bits and pieces for these. Okay, so second on the list is the Velcro pad. That's worn on the edges, nothing's going to stick to that. That needs changing. They're very cheap and easy, quick to do. So third on the list, motor pulley is quite worn. Now if I show you, this is the motor pulley, and can you see how the sides, they're supposed to be V-shaped, like this one. This is a new one. This is what they look like when they're worn, and eventually the V-shaped sides of the belt won't grip it. In fact, this one's quite worn, so I'll quote you for a new one of those. Now typically, if the motor pulley is worn, you can expect the sander pad pulley to be worn. I don't have a new sander pad for you for comparison, but as you can see, that is not quite as worn as the motor pulley, but it's still a little worn. Now next on the list is actually I haven't done it yet, it's there. The carbon brushes. Okay, I've got one out here. It's not worn out, but what I'll do is I'll show you what a new one looks like. So you can see there is quite a lot of wear there. It's not worn out yet. I would recommend having a pair of brushes to hand to change them if you're comfortable changing brushes. It's 4 screws on top. You pull that spring away, you lift that brush out and you unplug it from the terminal crimp there, and then the reverse is just the reverse. I'm happy to do that for you if you want me to. I'll quote you for it, then it's your choice. Lovely, well thank you very much. Let me know. Cheers then.